Good morning, Mr. Rowe. How are you? I am physically, yes, sitting in the Crown Attorney's office right now. I've worked here for more than 3 years, and yesterday my contract expired, and it was not extended, and it was not renewed. Yeah, I've actually been renewed year after year as a temp, which I think is somewhat controversial to have temp people doing permanent type of work. Sure. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to give away any confidential information, of course, but it's public knowledge who works for government. You go on the phone directory, and you're going to see that all record center staff have been cut when you go and see the revised list. And it's a shame. I guess my biggest beef is there's been no notice. The law says you got to give people either 2 weeks notice or 2 weeks paid in lieu. I came into the office not even knowing if I still work here, and even my boss couldn't tell me whether or not I work here. So I said, I'm phoning HR, and I want a director to come down here and meet with me and to tell me what the scoop is. I'm going to make it clear. I know my rights under the federal laws, and I just think it's horrible that people are being treated in such a manner. We're human beings. We're not just resources, and we all have Easters. I wanted to go visit family, but I didn't buy a plane ticket. I didn't know. It's just been an awful week, and it's been really unfortunate. I consider it a slap in the face and an indignity to treat people this way. I'm really disgusted, and I'm really disappointed, and I'm honestly also very concerned about the justice system. You can't, I don't care what office you run, if you cut that many people, you're going to have challenges. There's going to be growing pains and learning curves. You don't stop doing the work. Someone else is going to have to do the work. And about a little more than 3 years and 2 months, so I've been renewed every March 31st. Yeah. Yeah. Sure, absolutely. I would assume so. Nobody has, I mean, I have no issues with government cutting staff. That's fine. If that's what they feel is right, if they feel that my position should be cut instead of someone else's, that's their decision, and I respect that. But I gotta say, I think everyone of your listeners who knows me know my story. I'm a transsexual, and we're among the most vulnerable people in society. We face threats, we face violence, we face discrimination. We need a strong justice system to protect our best interests, and when I hear them cutting sheriff's officers and lawyers and so many other people, oh, really? I haven't been... yes. Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah. Oh, sure. Well, I'm in a unionized position with me, and my understanding is there's a process called bumping, that if you have more seniority than other people who are getting to keep their job, you have legal or contractual rights to perhaps bump them. So I put that notification in. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be, it's going to take a while, I'm sure, to sort this out. Who has the seniority, who gets to stay, who gets to go. Meanwhile, I've got to consider myself available for work and looking for work. I think it's kind of ridiculous that I've been asked to come into the office and just sit here and wait for someone to come and talk to me. I need a job. We all do, don't we? And yeah. I'm actually sitting, I phoned HR and said, my boss can't tell me whether or not I still work here. And they said, well, we're going to send someone down to meet with you, and that's pretty much it. And I said, well, I don't feel right about working or being here if I'm not technically employed anymore. And I just... yeah, so they said, sit tight, so that's what I'm doing. I'm not actually doing work right now. I'm sitting at my desk talking to you. Yeah. 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 I mean, I've been advised, there's a unique twist. I was sick last week. I didn't get to come in on what could have been my last day of the contract. And a lot of people were notified on their last day that they were extended for a week or so. And my understanding is legally it's 2 weeks notice or 2 weeks pay in lieu. So I'm going to be telling them, as far as I'm concerned, I've read the federal labor code. I was not given notice. My contract expired. You owe me 2 weeks pay in lieu. And I sense that they're not going to want to cooperate with that. And wouldn't it be ironic to have a former Crown Attorney staff member having to sue the Crown Attorney's office under a federal labor law? Like, absolutely ridiculous to see this happening. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think so, friends. I'm anticipating someone to come in within the next hour and a half to chat. Yeah. I'll call you tomorrow for sure. In closing, I just want to say my goal is to get along with people. I don't want to be fighting, and I don't want to have to leave this office under bad conditions. I need a job. I want people to be. I don't want people to be afraid to hire me. But at the same time, you got to stand up for your rights. So yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. And just one quick plug. I was out at Jerome Kennedy's constituency office yesterday, and I filmed a little video. It's on YouTube. Me talking about the budget. I think it's ironic that he would lay me off on what was known as International Transgender Day of Visibility. So that kind of makes it sting even more. And I want to say a shout out to all, I don't know how many transgender people lost their jobs. There's not too many people that are even, they're fearful to even come out publicly because they're worried they're going to lose their job. And as far as I'm aware, all transgender people that work for government were laid off. So that's really sad too. Probably not, but you never really know for sure. That's the problem with human rights, is you never really know for sure why things are happening. And if people do want to discriminate against you, it's easy to cover it up. And I've fought with the healthcare system, MCP, you name it. And it's been really sad. I think people in Newfoundland are good people. Whether you understand me or not is one thing, but I think there's compassion and respect. Newfoundlanders are great people. I moved here 6 years ago. I love it here. I want to stay here. I'm not leaving. And it's sad to think that the government's more harsh than its own citizens. I will. Thank you so much for having me on the air, Bill. Take care.